so bad. Maybe next year.
Awesome. Good. I'm glad you got to do that. Hi, Mama. Are you feeling better?
Yes.
Good. 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 No, you're fine. I just love this girl. Okie dokie, my friends. Welcome to class. Thank you for being here. Before I forget, because I always forget, Soph is back there in the corner, just lurking like a creep dog. No, I'm just kidding. She's doing yoga teacher training. Most of you guys have heard me say this, but she's finishing up her hours of just observation. So this is her last time she has to sit in the corner. Then she can, then you guys maybe get adjustments from her, which would be awesome. Okay. And then also I am going on a little weekend getaway. I'm really scared actually. I'm backpacking Havasupai. So I'm leaving tomorrow morning and I'll be back on Sunday. So I have subbing this class on Thursday. I have Abby Daw. So come if you can. And then Thursday night, my 8:30, I have her name is Mandy. She's subbing the 8:30. She teaches here on Fridays at 10:30 right now. I don't know if anyone's coming to that class. And then on Sunday, I will be gone and I have Steph Nally, who's amazing, in my opinion, subbing my class. So, and I'll be back next Tuesday. So see you a week from today, hopefully, if not. Well, hopefully, if I make it back. I'm scared. All right. Any questions before we begin? Comments, concerns, requests? Okay. I think it's like noisy today, like something's okay. Comfortable seated position, seated meditation. So take your time if you want to get into it. You can move your body a little bit, stretch, just kind of feel your physicality a bit more. So it might be something simple, just like rolling your shoulders around or rolling your head around, but feel your body. So every single time we show up on our mat, our bodies are doing something a little bit different inside. So feel what's going on for you today. How do you feel not only physically, but also just energetically, emotionally, mentally? Really coming into yourself in this present moment and just noticing what's there. And see if you can welcome what's there without trying to push it away. So even if it's anxiousness, even if it's worry, even if it's boredom, whatever's there, you're just the space for it. You're just allowing it. And start to notice, if you haven't already, start to notice your breath. And perhaps start to make your breath deeper on purpose. So bigger inhales, exhales that take you all the way to emptiness. And if you want to, you can turn on your ujjayi. So just feeling for a moment, just noticing, connecting to yourself in a more intentional way. And the next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. And when you're full, hold in that fullness and see if as you hold the breath, you can soften around it just a little bit. See if you can take an extra little sip in and then open your mouth and sigh, let it out. Ah. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up. Pause in fullness and feel as if you're taking up more space physically, energetically. Take that extra little sip. And out your mouth when you're ready. Let it go. Ah. Good, everyone. Do that just one more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Imagine you can breathe all the way down into your toes, out into your fingers, up into the crown of your head. Hold. Extra little sip, maybe 2 sips. And then when you're ready, open your mouth and release. Ah. Now, ujjayi breath. So lips seal. Start to turn on that gentle engagement, that gentle effort behind your breath. So it's not forceful or aggressive. There is a little bit of effort. Your inhales, they fill you up. They expand into every single space inside of you. So sometimes I like to imagine my upper body is like a 3D globe. And as I inhale, it expands in every single direction. And then with each exhalation, you're slowly emptying out all the way to the very bottom. So most of the time when we're breathing, just in our everyday life, we never really empty out all the way. So see if you can feel, what does it feel like to empty all the way out? And then even find that connection to your center at the very bottom of your exhale, what we call Uddiyana Bandha in yoga, your core lock. So just breathing, just connecting to your own breath, your own rhythm. And as you breathe, start to create a little bit of movement through your upper body. And that could either look like some sort of seated cat cow variation, or maybe you can start to circle your torso around, or even just move from side to side, kind of swaying your shoulders side to side. So start to feel into the wave-like movement of your spinal column. As you start to move, don't forget about your breath. Is it still there? Big, spacious, full. If you're taking circles, perhaps you take them in the opposite direction for a couple of rounds now. See if you can keep your eyes closed here. So staying inside. Let go of how you look. Let go of how anybody else looks. Just notice what's there to be felt. As you are ready, we'll take this onto our hands and our knees. So this same exploration, that same wave-like movement in your spine, whether it's cat-cows, big circles with your hips, even a forward and back movement. So you could come all the way forward towards kind of a cobra or an up dog. Sit all the way back to a child's pose. So lots of ways to feel into your spine. What else is there? Shoulders, hips, hands, fingers. And then is your breath still there? Is it still big and spacious? Is it still guiding your movement? Nice job, everybody. In your next couple of rounds, come back to a neutral spine. So just a regular tabletop. And we'll come into a thread the needle posture. So make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart, maybe just slightly wider. Take your right arm out to the right and all the way up to the sky. Breathe in. Listen as you exhale, thread your right arm underneath you, but don't come down to rest yet. See if you can hover above the ground for 3, reach a little further, 2, press with your left hand, 1, and then set your shoulder and head down. Feel the connection to your center here. So yes, your shoulder is on the ground, your head is on the ground, but there's not tons of weight there. Like there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button pulling up. See if you can breathe a lot into your back body. So back of your heart, back ribs, low back. You might press down with your left hand, even lift to your left fingertips, push through your fingertips. Take just a couple more breaths. Nice poses, everybody. Good, Caitlin. And then if you do happen to have your left hand lifted, set it back down. On an inhalation, unthread your right arm, reach it out and up. See if you can open through the right side of your heart. Exhale, right hand to the ground. And then for just a moment, come down to your forearm, set up for a dolphin pose. So let your head relax, let it be heavy, neck is relaxed. If it helps, you can grab opposite elbows to set up. And just in your own time, in your next couple breaths, friends, tuck your toes under, lift your knees, lift your hips high, dolphin pose. So try not to let your try not to let your elbows drift any further apart than your shoulders. So hug in with your upper arms. Press down through the belly of your forearms. If you are able to, walk your toes in just a little bit more, lift your hips just a little bit higher. So imagine again, that invisible rope attached to your belly button is pulling straight up. Awesome, Cam. Let your neck relax. Press your heart towards the back wall. You guys look so good. Take one more huge full body breath. Nice, Megan. End of your exhale, gently set your knees on the ground. And for a moment, embryo pose. So hips to your heels and reach your arms back. You can grab hold of your heels if it's available, or just let your palms face up towards the sky. With the backs of your hands rest down. Take about 2 big grounding breaths here. Just relaxing and allow yourself to be held. Rise up to your hands and your knees, tabletop. Setting up, thread the needle on our left side. So knees at least hips width distance apart. Left arm out to the left. Inhale, reach all the way up towards the sky. And then exhale, thread your left arm through, but hover above the ground. Hold there for 3. See if you can reach further. 2, push with your right hand like you're doing a push-up with your right arm. 1, and release. So shoulder and head come down. You might press with your right hand or your right fingertips. You might wrap your right arm behind your back. So you choose where you want to take it on this side. Make sure your breath is right there with you. Nice job. All the way to empty with each exhalation. Feel whatever there is to feel. Good job, friends. Last couple of rounds. Kate, if you do happen to have your right hand lifted, bring your right hand back to the earth. On an inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it up one more time. See if you can follow with your gaze. So left side of your heart opens. Exhale, left hand to the ground. And this time, just take it back to a downward facing dog pose. So spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes. Yeah, lift your hip. You can walk it out for a moment if you'd like to. Maybe you want to give your head a little shake or a little nod. Maybe you even want to bring your feet out to the width of your mat really wide for this first one. Just kind of transfer your weight from side to side. So feel into your dog pose. I've said this 100 times in my teaching career. Imagine there is an invisible rope attached to your belly button here, and it's pulling up, tugging back. So you always want to find that connection to your center. That's what's going to help take weight out of your hands. That's what's going to support you on the inside. You guys look awesome. Nice poses. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. And as you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, however you want to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, come to your halfway lift position. Breathe in and lengthen out, spine parallel to the ground. Nice, Laura. Exhale, bow and fold. Do that one more time. Halfway lift position. So stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward. See if you can press back through the tops of your thighs. Feel your sit bones broaden. Exhale, fold. And then this time, all the way up. So come through your halfway lift and with a nice long spine, rise, arms reach overhead. Hands to heart, exhale. Beautiful. Flow with your breath for a moment. High mountain, inhale. Hinge at your hips, slow dive down. You can bend your knees a lot if it's helpful. Nice, Kirsten, as you breathe in. Lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. So get all the rounding out of your back. Nice, Chris. Exhale, fold, let it go. Find emptiness, connect to your center, and from that place, rise up. All the way up, arms overhead. Hands to heart, exhale. One more time like that. Focus on moving with your breath. Inhale, high mountain. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale to dive down slowly. Traction out your spine. Yes, amazing. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Nice, Lisa. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, rise all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Beautiful, friends. Inhale, take your arms to the sky. This time we'll stretch our side bodies. So option to grab your left wrist with your right hand. If there's some other variation you want to take, totally fine with me. Shift your hips first over to the left. So hips towards the windows. and then pull your upper body towards the opposite wall. Make sure as you pull on your left arm, you're not pulling your shoulder out of the socket. So plug your shoulder back into the socket, pull it back and down. Yes, so as you tug with your right arm, your left arm is resisting. There's what we call muscle energy there. Awesome, okay, take one more big deep breath. Puff up into your left rib cage. Inhale back to center. Switch your grip. If you're taking this variation, grab your right wrist and then up and over to the other side. So sway your hips right first and then upper body goes left. So if we try to create this pose just from our upper body, super limited in our range of motion. So we're starting all the way down at our feet, more weight in your right foot. Hips go right as your upper body pulls to the left. Yay, you look so good. Take one more big deep breath into your right waistline. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. Invitation to bend your elbows a lot and see if you can press your palms together like they're suction cupped and maybe even steeple your index fingers towards the ground. If that's too much, you don't have to do it. Now imagine your elbows, they're bent still. Imagine they're magnetized, squeeze them towards each other. Imagine that just your fingers are super glued together and you're trying to pull them apart. So you should feel, again, that muscle energy in your arms start to reach your hands back. Maybe even lift your heart up, puff up your chest, gaze up. Press your hips forward, but hug in with your inner thighs so you're not sinking into your low back. Take one more big, huge in breath. Nice work. Exhale, keep your clasp. Hinge at your hips all the way down into your forward fold. Let your head be heavy here. So lots of times it helps to bend the knees. See if you can lift your butt up by feeling that connection to your center, that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. Yes, nice, Sandra. See if you can lift your knuckles higher. Feel the opening in the front of your shoulders. Relax through your neck. Soften your face. One last huge inhale. Good job. Exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp. Nice and easy. Let your arms hang. You can give them a little shaky shake if you want. Next time you breathe in, come to your halfway lift. Realign your spine. Nice, Francis. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat, plank position. So pause for a moment at the top of your push-up. Check in with your hands. Spread your fingers so wide and push into the ground with your fingertips. Feel your strong arms. Nice, Laura. See if you can feel your core engaging, navel to spine. See if you can even feel the front of your thighs turning on, your quads firing up. See if you can take little tiny rocks forward and back. Yes, like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. Awesome, Tracy. Now, if you'd like, at any time, knees can come down to modify. Next time you inhale, little rock forward so you're on your tippy toes. And then exhale, keep that. Lower just halfway down. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Yes, one more time like that, halfway down. Don't let your belly drop. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, push up. Nice, Caitlin. Exhale, slow motion all the way to your belly. One strong straight line. Awesome, Sandra. Inhale, Spider-Man Cobra. So nice and wide with your hands up on your fingertips. Elbows face the sky. Lift your heart. Breathe in. As you exhale, little twist to your right side. Left shoulder dips down. Inhale, lift your heart. Come through center. Press through pelvis and shoelaces. Other side, twist. Good, nice breathing. Inhale back to center. Lift your heart, tone your belly. Let it go, exhale. However you want to find your way back to downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. So you've got about 5 rounds here in your down dog. If you want to move around, you're more than welcome to. You can explore any way. If you want to, a lot of times you're still on the outside, but there's so many little movements, micro movements happening inside. So you can respond to those. You can adjust, make little tiny micro adjustments. And sometimes, especially if you've been practicing for years and years and years, those little tiny adjustments, those are what make huge differences in the way the pose feels. So even if you've been in down dog thousands of times before, what can you find today? What can you feel today? What can you respond to today? How can you be perhaps just a little more efficient in your own body? Can you feel your big, deep breath? Take one more big inhale. Good job, friends. As you exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or float, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen. Beautiful. Fold as you exhale. Find emptiness, and from that place, rise up. Inhale, arms to the sky. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, let's build our flow now. Inhale, take your arms up. And as you exhale, we're gonna sit back into a chair plane pose. So bend your knees, swing your arms back behind you. The tendency here is just to round and look down at the ground. So instead, think of a cobra in your heart. Shoulder blades hug your spine, heart lifts. I personally think it's helpful to bend my elbows and try to squeeze my elbows towards each other behind my back. So just an option if you want to try it. As you sit low, for now, see if you can pick up your toes and spread them. So weight is in your heels right now. Yes, awesome. Stay here if you want to, or now switch it up. Rock forward onto your tiptoes, lift your heels up as high as you can. Good. Now just for funsies, if your heels are lifted, see if you can straighten your legs and dip your beak down low, drinking bird. Maybe stay on your tiptoes if you're there. Everybody with your next inhale, high mountain. So all the way up as tall as you can grow. Inhale. And exhale, maybe stay on your tiptoes. Dive down slowly into your fold. Woo, good job. Heels on the ground, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. This time, vinyasa however you'd like. So you can add a couple push-ups, you can take it on your knees, you can skip it completely. Maybe you want to substitute cat-cow. That's all you. See you back in downward facing dog. Good job, friends. Ujjayi breath, fire it up. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And feel free today if you want to open your hip or explore, go for it. Just feel your strong hands against the ground. Feel your connection to your center. Try not to sink into your outer left hip. So hug in with your left inner thigh. Awesome, Sandra. Take one more big inhale, everybody. Make your right leg long, strong, and powerful. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So round your spine, push the ground away. Step forward as soft as you can, low lunge. And then rise in your own time, crescent lunge. Thanks, Francis. So rather than feeling like you're trying to go as deep as you can, find the balance. So your widest stance, but then you're hugging back in. Your front hip pulls back, your back hip pulls forward. So you're plugging the femur bones into the sockets. You're creating stability, structure, strength in your lower body, and then your upper body. It's your expression. Feel into it. Lift your heart, maybe lift your gaze. Whatever you're doing with your face, whether you're smiling or making a big angry face, I don't care, but whatever you're doing, it's on purpose. Take one more big inhale. Beautiful. As you exhale, just like we did in our chair pose a moment ago, hinge forward, reach back, keep that cobra position with your heart. So rather than rounding and looking down, heart stays open, shoulder blades hug towards your spine. Feel your inner thighs hugging in towards each other. If this is as far as you want to go today, feel free to stay right here. Otherwise, front foot roots down, back foot floats up, full airplane pose. So think of or feel into a smiley face shape. Crown of your head back to your heel. Yes. Hip square, bend your standing leg if it's helpful. One more round. Awesome, Lisa. See if you can land back in crescent lunge softly. Warrior one is a modification. Inhale. And then exhale. Bring your hands to the ground. All right, we're going to hang out in our low lunge and add a twist. So left hand stays down, right arm reaches up, revolve lunge. Good, nice. So try to keep your back leg just as strong as your front leg. If you want to bring your back knee down and modify, that's fine. But if your back knee is lifted, back leg is powerful. Breathe down into your belly and twist as you exhale. See if you can feel the right side of your heart opening up. If you want to test to see, are my legs strong? Is my core engaged? See if you can hover your left hand and nothing else moves. Take one last round. Very nice. Awesome job. Let it go. Now walk your hands all the way over to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. Straighten out your legs. So all of your toes are facing the windows now. Find a halfway lift position with your spine. Fingertips on the ground or hands on the ground. So bend your knees if needed. And then keep walking your hands towards the back of your mat a little bit more as you bend your left knee. So right leg straight, left knee bent. Right hand down, left arm up. Twist. Keep reaching your butt back. Crown forward. You can use your right hand on the ground as a little bit of leverage. You can press your right foot into the ground as a little bit of leverage. Maybe you even wrap your left arm behind you. Take one or two more breaths. Nice job. Very bottom of your next exhale. Release. And just find a wide-legged forward fold. Anywhere you want to go for about 5 rounds. So feel free to move around a bit, to play, to explore. Wherever you're at, your breath is right there with you. Your awareness is right there with you. So when I give you time for yourself, notice you go somewhere else in your mind. You automatically go to the grocery store and think about your grocery list. Or can you stay? Can you be in your body? Can you just feel? So it's so simple that it's hard for us to keep focused on something that seems so simple. So that's the practice. Our minds always want something more interesting to focus on. So give them something interesting right here in your body. Focus inward. Next time you inhale, friends, come back to that halfway lift position. Fingertips or hands on the ground. Bend your knees as needed. Walk your hands all the way up to the top of your yoga mat. So you're in a low lunge position again. And then root into your front foot and just float your back leg to the sky for standing splits. So just like a one-legged forward fold, your neck can relax. I do not care how high your left leg goes, but I do care that you can feel your left leg in space. So there's energy flowing all the way up into your left toes. Nice, Laura. So you can flex, point, or floint through your left foot. If there's anything you want to play with, feel free. If you want to take a couple handstand hops or wrap your right arm behind right leg, go for it. Wherever you're at, feel everything there is to feel. So not distracting, not avoiding, just allowing what's there to be there, knowing it's only temporary. One last inhale, left leg high. Now listen, exhale, bend both of your knees and bring your left knee down next to your right knee. So your inner knees are touching one another and your left heel is towards your left glute. So both knees are bent. Weight is in your right foot. See if you can bring your hands up to your heart and lift your torso, but keep your right knee bent. Praying monkey pose. So you're squeezing your inner thighs. You're balancing on your right foot. Weight in your right heel. Take one more round. If this is too much, regular chair is fine. As you inhale, stay on your right foot if you can. High mountain or standing staff. So if you're modifying, high mountain is fine. Otherwise, standing staff. Left knee lifts. Flex your left toes. Hug in with your inner thighs. Take one more inhale here. If you want to, you can extend left leg forward. As you exhale, listen, curtsy bow. Swing your left leg around. So step your left foot off the right side of your mat. Bend your knees. Reach both arms back. Gaze down. Extended leg, curtsy. So reach your arms up. Now listen. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. As you exhale, pull your upper body to the right. You can keep both legs straight. You can bend one or both knees. Inhale, high mountain, both feet on your mat. Exhale, take your slow dive down, forward fold. Woo, good job. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, and however you want to move through your vinyasa. Skip it if you'd rather, cat-cow it out if you'd rather. Move with your breath. Thanks, Megan. So can you still hear your breath flowing slowly? Inhale, left leg to the sky. Three-legged down dog. And if you want, you can open your hip. You can explore a bit. You want to keep your hips square and just feel into that strength and power from your fingertips all the way up to your left foot. Awesome. So whatever option you are taking, perfect. Meet yourself right there and then see what can you find. One more inhale, left leg long, strong, and powerful, everyone. And then as you exhale, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly and step forward softly. So good. Nice feet. Rise slowly into your crescent lunge. So you find your longest stance. You find your flexibility, mobility. And then you find your stability, your strength. You hug back in towards midline. So front hip pulls back hip pulls forward. Your legs feel so strong, you can almost bounce in your legs. They're so strong. Yes, nice trace. Upper body is your expression. So it doesn't have to look different. It doesn't have to look special, but you are feeling into your own expression. You're spreading your fingers or you're softening your fingers. Whatever you are doing, it is on purpose. Take one more inhale. Breathe in a crescent lunge. Exhale, hinge forward, reach back, airplane lunge. So first, just finding your heart opening in this position. So rather than rounding your back, feel your heart open. Shoulder blades hug towards your spine, inner thighs hug towards each other. And then whenever you're ready, you can fly, back foot floats off the ground. I know it's hard to find that smiley face shape, but just do your best. So feel the strength in your back body. Feel the strength in your inner thighs and use it to lift your back heel. Take one last round. And good, everyone. Come back to a crescent lunge or a warrior one to modify. Inhale. And exhale, bring your hands down. So everybody low lunge. And then add a twist. Right hand down, left arm up. You can use a block under your right hand if you want. You can lift your right fingertips if you want. Nice, K. Keep your legs strong. So back knee can come down to modify. But if your back knee stays lifted, see if you can feel the power of the pose coming out of your back toes, moving through your back leg and connecting right at your center. Can you feel that connection to center? If you want to test, am I using my core here? Is it engaged? See if you can hover your right hand above the ground. Nothing else changes. So strong legs, strong core, last breath. Awesome work. Nice, Caitlin. Let it go. Unwind. Hands all the way over to the right long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet. Straighten out your legs. So all of your toes face the long edge of your mat. Halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Start to crawl your hands back and bend your right knee a lot. So your right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Left hand down, right arm up. Keep your spine long so the crown of your head is reaching towards the wall and your butt is reaching towards the windows behind you. Press with your left hand for leverage. Press with your left foot for leverage. Maybe even wrap your right arm behind your back. Last couple breaths. Thanks, Kirsten. Good, everybody. And very bottom of your next exhale, release. Wide-legged straddle. Once again, a few rounds anywhere you want to go. Feel whatever there is to feel, all that space inside of you. Hey, Sandra, open mouth size at any time. All right, if you are working somewhere, start to wrap it up. Next inhale, come back to that halfway lift position with your hands or fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees as needed. Walk your hands to the top of your space. Rotate your toes forward, back to low lunge. From low lunge, standing splits, right leg lifts high. So think of it as a one-legged forward fold, nothing more. It doesn't have to look anything like the splits. Nice, Chris. Keep your right foot active. So feel your toes, spread them or point them. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. So yes, you are using strength, you are using effort, but you are not straining, you're not forcing anything. Take one more big inhale, maybe lift your right leg a teeny tiny bit higher. As you exhale, bend your left knee and bring your right knee next to your left knee. So your inner knees, your inner thighs are zipped together, right heel towards your right glute. Keep that bend in your left knee and see if you can bring your hands to your heart, lift your upper body, squeeze your legs together. Much as you can, weight in your left heel. Praying monkey. Take one more round. Standing staff, straighten your left leg. Right knee lifts, arms to the sky. If you want to modify, high mountain is just fine. Your right knee is lifted, flex your toes, hug in with your inner thighs. Slow, deep breaths. One more in breath, maybe extend right leg forward. And then curtsy bow, swing your right leg around, right toes off the left edge of your mat, arms back, butt back. Inhale, extended leg curtsy, reach. Exhale, grab your right wrist, up and over towards the windows. Inhale, back to center, both feet on your mat, both arms to the sky. Take your dive all the way down into your fold. Breathe in and lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Vinyasa your way. See you back in down dog. Or if you're feeling a child's pose or even a hero's pose, just kneeling meditation, feel free, take a moment. Maybe grab a drink. So give yourself some time to just feel whatever's going on inside. To come back to your breath. Ujjayi, powerful, vibrant. We will move now through that entire sequence. One breath, one movement. So it doesn't mean we speed through as fast as we can. It means we move really slowly and intentionally with our slow, intentional breaths. So if I'm cueing really slow, it seems, see if you can breathe slower, breathe bigger, breathe deeper than you even thought you could. And if you need to take a break, if you want to do your own thing at any time, absolutely, totally fine with me. So full permission to take care of you in my class always. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog pose. Ujjayi breath. All right, great big inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, however you want to get there. Forward fold. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, bow. Ah. Let's rise all the way up. Big stretch at the top. Inhale. Hands to heart center. Exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair plane, or lift to your tiptoes for a variation of drinking bird. Inhale, maybe stay on your tiptoes. High mountain, super, super tall. Maybe stay on your tiptoes and slowly dive down. Stick your butt out. Yes, good. Heels on the ground for your halfway lift. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. See if you can keep that exhale going as you lower slowly, chaturanga. Nice K, inhale, peel your heart open, shoulders back and down. Exhale, down dog, big deep breaths. Inhale your right leg high, powerful and strong. Use your core. Exhale, step your right foot through softly. Inhale, crescent lunge, slowly rise. Exhale, you choose airplane lunge or full airplane fly. Back to crescent, breathe in. Exhale, hands to ground. Add a twist. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, unwind. Walk your hands to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. Keep walking your hands back. Bend your left knee. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. So straighten both legs and fold in. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fingertips or hands on the ground. Exhale, walk your hands forward, low lunge. Standing splits, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bend your knees, left knee meets your right knee, squeeze your legs together. Inhale, praying monkey, hands to heart, lift your upper body. Stay as you exhale, sit a little lower, weight in your right heel. Inhale, standing staff or high mountain is just fine. Exhale, curtsy bow, swing your left leg around and bow. Extended leg, curtsy, reach up, keep your legs the same. Grab your left wrist, exhale, side body stretch over to your right. Inhale, back to center. Both feet on your mat, release your grip. Take it down, dive, slowly forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga or skip it. Inhale, heart open. Laura, exhale, hips lift. All right, inhale your left leg high, strong and powerful. Exhale as soft as possible, left foot steps forward. Rise into your crescent lunge, breathe in, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, airplane lunge or fly, back foot float. Good. Come back to your crescent lunge, soft landing if possible, inhale. Exhale, hands to ground. Add your twist, breathe in, left arm up, open up. Good. Exhale, unwind. This is a faster movement. Hands to the long edge of your mat. Right knee bends, right arm up, inhale. Good job. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Let it go and fold in. Both legs straight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, low lunge. Standing splits, inhale. Right leg lifts. Exhale, bring your knees together, bend your knees. Inhale, praying monkey, hands to heart, lift your upper body and hold for an exhale. See if you can sit a little lower. Inhale, standing staff, arms up, maybe extend right leg. Exhale, curtsy bow, swing your arms back like chair plane arms, take your bow. Inhale, extended leg curtsy, reach. Grab right wrist, exhale towards the windows, pull your upper body. Inhale, high mountain, both feet on your mat, release your grip. And dive down, forward fold. So good, everyone. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you want to. Skip it if you'd rather. See you in downward facing dog. Couple open mouth sighs would probably feel real good. We're going to go through that one more time. This time I'm going to add a few things. I'm going to change a couple things up. So listen, just like you always do. Take what works, leave the rest behind. You are coming with me. Downward facing dog. For more big in-breath. And exhale, gaze to the top of your space, step or float, forward fold. Halfway lift position, inhale. And release, let it go, exhale. Beautiful breath, all the way up, rise, high mountain, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, listen right here. Inhale, reach up. Side body stretch of your choice to your right. So you can grab your wrist or make it your own. Exhale. Through center on your in-breath. Other side, exhale. Think of a crescent moon shape all the way to empty. Inhale, back up. Baby back bend. Exhale, cactus your arms. Navel to spine protects low back as you curl open. Re-extend, realign, breathe in. Now exhale, chair planer drinking bird. So maybe float to tiptoes. Maybe stay on tiptoes. High mountain. One more time, as high, as tall as you can grow. Possibly stay on your tiptoes as you take your dive down. So connect to your center, stick your butt out. Heels on the ground for your halfway lift position. Lengthen, inhale. Nice trace. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Try to keep that exhale going lower, chaturanga. Good, Kirsten. Inhale, heart lift, shoulders back and down, elbow tips point back. Exhale, down dog. All right, listen. Inhale, right leg high. You can hold or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Use your strong obliques. Inhale, back up, lengthen. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Maybe even have a little push up. Don't let your butt drop down. Inhale, back up. Yes. Now everybody knee to your nose and step through softly. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise slowly. Lift your heart. Exhale, your choice, airplane lunge or fly, full airplane. Land back in crescent, inhale. Good, nice, Francis. Exhale, hands to the earth. Into your twist. Inhale, right arm lift. Exhale, let it go, unwind. Hands all the way over left edge of your mat. We're gonna pause here, you guys. So keep walking your hands back like we did before. Bend your left knee. And then you can do the same thing we did before, or option for Skandasana. So pivot your left toes towards the back edge of your mat. Pivot your right toes towards the sky. Try as best you can to keep your left heel down. If you can keep your left heel down, then imagine your heels are magnetized. Try to pull them together. And then see if you can lift your arms up. Flex your right toes, back and active, wherever you are at, about 2 or 3 more breaths. Working your pose. Good. Nice variations, friends. We're going to come to a halfway lift position in a wide-legged straddle with our legs. So next, inhale, halfway lift, both legs straight. Exhale, fold. All the way to empty, and then come back to your halfway lift. Hands on the ground, inhale. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, rotate toes forward, low lunge. Back to our flow. Inhale, standing splits, left leg high. Exhale, bring your knees together. Zip your upper thighs together. Inhale, praying monkey, hands to heart, lift your torso. Exhale, stay, sit a little lower. Now listen, inhale, standing staff, arms up, left knee lifts. Exhale, eagle legs, left knee on top of right, sit back, wrap your legs together. You can get the second wrap around your calf, awesome. If not, just keep your toes active. One more inhale, both arms are reaching up. As you exhale, left arm under right, eagle arm. Wrap your arms together, or if that's too much, you can wrap your hands behind your shoulders. Breathe. Zip your legs together, sit down low, squeeze your inner thighs. See if you can lift your elbows up and away from your chest. You're amazing. Take one more deep breath. Standing staff pose, unwind, arms reach up, left knee lifts or left leg extend. Exhale, curtsy bow, swing it around and take your bow. Inhale, extended leg, curtsy, reach up. Grab your left wrist with right hand. Thigh body stretches, you exhale, pull your upper body. Inhale, high mountain, both feet down. And let it go, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa or skip it. Heart lifts with your inhale. Hips lift with your exhale. Nice, Laura. Inhale, left leg high. Please feel free to stay and hold. Otherwise, exhale, left knee, right elbow. Use your strong side abdominals. Inhale, three-legged stretch. Left to left, aim for your armpit. Add the push-up if you want. Yes, inhale back up. Now everybody, knee to your nose and step through as soft as you can. Rise up to crescent. Nice, Megan. Exhale, last time, airplane lunge or full airplane fly. Yay. Soft landing, back in crescent, inhale. Exhale, hands down. Revolve lunge, left arm up, follow with your gaze, breathe in. And exhale, unwind, walk your hands over to the long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, keep walking your hands back, bend your right knee. You can do the same thing we've been doing, right arm up, or Skandasana, right toes, pivot to the back of your mat, left toes, pivot to the sky. If this pose for you, you're like, I don't understand how I am supposed to keep my right heel down. Most of the time, it's a complete adjustment of the pelvis. So it's really just a different way of approaching the pose. So right heel stays down if possible, and then imagine your heels are magnetized. Try to magnetize them isometrically, hug them in towards each other. Wherever you're at, last couple breaths. Remember, we'll meet in a halfway lift in our wide-legged straddle. So next, inhale, nice long legs, nice long spine, parallel through your feet, breathe in. And then fold as you exhale all the way to empty, crown towards the ground, sit bones towards the sky, navel to spine. Halfway lift one more time, inhale. And then exhale, walk your hands forward back to your low lunge. Standing splits, float your right leg up. Exhale, bring your knees together and zip your upper thighs together. Inhale, praying monkey, hands to heart, lift your upper body. See if you can stay here for your exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale, standing staff, rise, right knee lift. Eagle legs, exhale, right knee on top of left. Wrap them together, maybe get that wrap around your calf, maybe not. Take one more inhale, both arms up. Exhale, right elbow under left elbow. Wrap your arms together or grab the backs of your shoulders. Weight in your heels, sit back. Squeeze your legs. See if you can lift your elbows up and away. Breathe, slow, deep. Yes, one last round. Good job, friends. Standing staff. Inhale. Curtsy bow, exhale. Inhale, extended leg curtsy, so legs stay the same as you reach up. Grab your right wrist with left hand and pull your upper body towards the windows, exhale. Feel that length in your right side. Inhale, high mountain, step back onto your mat. Release your grip, dive down as you exhale, forward fold. Stick with me just a little longer, halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, feet back, plank, and pause in your plank pose. One more time, moving into dolphin, come down to your forearms. So first forearm plank, find your strength. Yeah, and then walk your toes in, lift your hips up. So just in your own time, start to lift your hips as high as you can. Don't let your elbows drift apart. Don't let your head touch the ground. Feel your strong core, that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. See if you can stay for 3 more rounds of breath. You can do whatever you want to with your legs. If you want to lift your legs, if you want to take little hops, go for it. Big deep breaths. If you're holding, press your heart towards the back wall. Let your face soften. Awesome work, everybody. Take one last huge full body breath. And then bottom of your exhale, come down to rest, knees down. Maybe embryo pose again. Reach your hands back towards your heels. Or if there's any other variation of a child's pose or even a hero's pose that you want to take, feel free. Just take a moment to feel your own body. Reconnect to your own breath. To just be present. In your next couple of breaths, downward facing dog. All right, inhale your right leg to the sky. Peel your right hip open. So everybody bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. So if you want to, you can absolutely stay here. This is a great stretch for the front of your right hip. If it is available to you, option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm reaches forward, heart forward. Yeah, I love the modification, Lisa. So your personal fullest expression. Take one more big, huge breath. Nice, everybody. Meet in a three-legged down dog with your right hip square. So if you want to set your right foot down and then re-extend it, that's fine. Square off your hips. Take one more inhale. Right leg long, strong, powerful. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your space. And then bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out to the very width of your yoga mat. If you want to do your own thing here, that is absolutely fine. If you want to follow me, here's your invitation. So invitation to bring your back knee to the ground and then reach your right arm up. So you're in a revolved lunge. Reach your right arm back. Once your right arm is reaching back, see if you can bring your left foot up and grab hold of it. If you can, grab the pinky toe edge, not the big toe edge. And then start to kick your foot into your hand back into your foot, and let your heart open towards the sky. So you might walk your left hand forward or out to the left. Sometimes I even like to come down onto my left forearm. Your right toes can turn out. You could also roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. So feel around. Let your right shoulder open. Let your heart open. If you don't like this variation, you do not have to take it. Give it about 2 more deep breaths. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. So gentle leverage. Bottom of your exhale, friends. Release your foot. Bring your right hand back to the ground. Bring both hands back to the ground. Lift your back knee and just bring your right foot to the back of your mat. So you're in a plank position. From plank position, roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, side plank, or if you want to bring your right knee down to modify, please feel free. So opening up towards the windows, yes. Imagine a rainbow with your body. So lift your hips really, really high and feel your strong right side abdominals engaging. Maybe left arm forward, maybe left leg up. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, Cam. So your personal fullest expression, so much strength. And then find a little softness around the pose. Last breath. Plank or modified. Awesome, Trace. Inhale at the top of your push-up. All the way down slowly as you exhale. Take a back bend of your choice. So take your time. Maybe it's a Sphinx pose. And then for a moment, just a child's pose. Sit back and rest. If you want, sigh it out your mouth. Great big sigh. Ah. Downward facing dog. All right. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Peel your left hip open. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. So it's like your left hip is a hinge on a door. Your left leg is the door. It just swings open. You can stay here or option to flip your dog. So nice and easy. Left foot comes down behind you. Nice, Kirsten. Heart forward, lift your hips and feel the strength in your back body. So the strength in your back body is what's allowing your front body now to open, breathe all the way down into your belly. And let's come back. Three-legged down dog. Square off your hips. So if that means setting your left foot down and then re-extending, totally fine. One more inhale. Exhale, left foot to the top of your space. Low lunge. Hands to the inside of left foot. Walk your left foot out to the very width of your mat, nice and wide. So absolutely feel free to do your own thing. If you want to come with me, back knee down, and then left arm up. So like a revolved lunge. Reach your left arm back. You can stay here if you want, or bend your right knee and see if you can locate your foot. Try to grab the pinky toe edge. Now from here, this is where you work the pose. So to get down onto your forearm, guys, you can kind of bring your heel towards your butt. That'll keep everything plugged in while you lower. And then you can start to open it. If you stay up on your hand, you might walk your hand out or forward. So make sure this left shoulder, it's not rolling forward, it's opening. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Nice, good variations, love it. Take your last couple breaths. Ah, beautiful. If you're holding your foot, see if you can spread your toes. And ever so slowly, let it go. So from wherever you're at, unwind. Plant both hands on the ground, lift your back knee up. Work your left foot back so you'll be in a plank position, strong plank pose. Side plank. This is your last big power pose. So left hand is your base. Yes. Nice, Francis. Lift your hips high like an arch or rainbow with your body. Right arm might go forward. Lengthen your right side. Right leg might even float up. Last big, huge, full body breath. And slow motion plank or modify. Inhale at the top, push the ground away. Slowly lower. Take your time to open through your heart. And then once again, just sit back into a child's pose. As you sit back into your child's pose, just really find a sense of grounding. So let the ground hold and support all of your weight. If you know pigeon is a pose you want to take on your back, you're welcome to just come down into a supine position on your back from here. Otherwise, downward facing dog. Moving towards pigeon. Okay, those of you in down dog, right leg high. And then right shin forward. Those of you on your back, right ankle on top of left thigh for your figure 4 variation. If there's any other variation you want to work with today, please feel free. So just like in our lunge, we want to find first the structure, the stability. So front hip pulls back rather than just plopping down. It's pulling back and up. It's like there's a rope now attached to your right butt cheek, pulling back and up as you take your heart forward and down. So it's the difference of just kind of plopping into your joints and exploiting the hypermobility in your joints. So rather than doing that, you want to actually stretch your muscles, plug the joints into the sockets so they're really supported. And then we're stretching the muscles around the joints. Use your breath to let your body know that it's safe to relax. So your body may be very, very uncomfortable here. So those big, deep breaths are signaling to your body, hey, I know you're uncomfortable, but we're totally safe. You can let go. You can melt. Ah. Yes, beautiful. Take about 4 or 5 more. Just like we did at the very, very beginning of our practice. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you possibly can. Then when you think you're full, take that extra sip, set it down into your hip, out your mouth, let it go. Find your way back however you'd like to a downward facing dog, or if you're on your back, you can neutralize however you want to. So just take some movements to kind of neutralize before moving to the other side. And I'll just let each of you kind of take your time, neutralize through pelvis. You kind of walk it out in your down dog. And when you are ready, pigeon on the left. Take your time, give it just as much structure, strength, integrity as you did on the other side, and then soften breath by breath. Really good awareness, you guys. And every time you notice that you've gone somewhere else in your mind, which is just kind of inevitable, we're human. Just notice that. Congratulate yourself inside for noticing it. You're like, wow, you noticed. Good job, self. Now come back. Feel your body, feel your breath, feel sensation. See if you can notice, are you tensing up anywhere you don't need to be? Maybe it's through your face, your forehead, your jaw, even your tongue, your cheeks. Maybe it's just energetically you're kind of tightening. Is there any way you could soften energetically, perhaps? Take about 3 or 4 more deep breaths on this side. Invitation on your own to just give yourself your big, huge inhale in your last breath and an open mouth sigh, your exhale. I'll just kind of leave it up to you when you feel pretty much even on both sides. Start one last transition back to down dog. And if you're on your back and you feel like one last down dog would feel good, you're welcome to meet us there for one final down dog, or you're welcome to just take your own stretches, your own neutralizing movements as you lay on your back. Wait for us. So back in your down dog, you can walk it out for a moment. Roll out your heels. You can move through one last vinyasa if you're feeling it. But everyone in your next about 5 rounds, find your way down onto your back, however you'd like to get there, whichever direction you'd like to face. Yeah, if you want to put extra layers of clothing on. Once you're on your back, just gently draw your knees towards your belly and find a little rock from side to side. Just kind of massage your low back against the ground. And as you're ready, let your knees either fall over to the right side, or if there's any certain variation, particular variation of a supine twist you want to take, feel free. But knees go right and left arm either extends out to the left or goalpost your left arm on the ground. Have the intention of keeping your heart and your shoulders open towards the sky. So back of your left shoulder rooted down if possible. If it lifts a little bit, no big deal. Give all your weight to the ground underneath you. And in your next couple of breaths, switch to the other side. Keep breathing down into your low belly, low back, just a little bit longer. That gentle effort behind your breath. And when you feel pretty even on both sides with your twist, back to center, find a happy baby pose. Or you can kind of rock it out in your happy baby pose, maybe even extend one or both legs. You bring your legs together almost like plow. You bring the soles of your feet together like cobbler's pose. Feel free to just kind of embody a happy baby, explore, play, feel. Is there any other poses, any last movements, stretches that you want to take just to finish off your own practice? Give yourself about 5 to 10 breaths to do so. If that means just going straight into your final relaxation, your Shavasana, that's totally fine as well. So as you make your way slowly into your final resting pose, we'll read you. This is a poem by Mary Oliver. It's called I Don't Want My Life. It's called I Don't Want to Live a Small Life by Mary Oliver. I don't want to live a small life. Open your eyes, open your hands. I have just come from the berry fields, the sun kissing me with its golden mouth all the way. Open your hands. And the wind winged clouds following along, thinking perhaps I might feed them. But no, I carry these heart shapes only to you. Look how many, look how small, but so sweet. And maybe the last gift I will ever bring to anyone in this world of hope and risk. So do, look at me, open your life, open your hands. So just a reminder that everything you need is already within you, and everything that's meant for you will come to you if you just open your hands, open your heart, open your eyes. So these last few moments, can you just be in a space where you are trusting that everything is exactly as it should be, that everything that you need is on its way to you somehow, some way, somewhere. So give yourself these last few moments not to do anything, not to fix anything, not to figure anything out, even in your head. Allow yourself to simply just rest and just be. Your breath is now effortless. And just feel the vibrations of the bowls, of the sound instruments, the chimes. Just feel whatever there is to feel inside your own inner space. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. And just slowly start to come back into your physical body. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And eventually, no rush, but eventually find your way onto your side, just a fetal position. And give yourself just one last moment, curling into yourself. So feel this nurturing pose, this fetal pose. Feel it. Soak it in. Allow your practice as well to just kind of soak in, seep in, absorb in. Maybe there's even some way you visualize that, imagine that. And using your arms, just slowly find your way into seated meditation. So right back where we began our practice. Notice if you feel different as you come into your seat. Notice if anything has shifted, even the slightest. No judgment, just observation, just noticing. With your eyes closed, gather your hands to your own heart, and we'll end this practice, seal this practice, close this practice together with one big collective Om. So start by just exhaling, emptying out, clear your throat if you need to. And breathe in your voice all the way down from your belly, all the way down from your gut. Thank you so much, everyone, for letting me guide you. Namaste. Thanks, friends. I want to start saying, like, I'm just channeling Ruby, like she's really teaching. I'll just be like one of those weird people, like, no, it's my dog. I'm channeling her. You know how people channel things these days? All right. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you, I hope, next Tuesday if I survive. Yeah, have a soup pie, the Grand Canyon. Yeah. So yeah, Sandra, it's gonna be a lot of things. We're going in the middle of the night, so we're leaving at 3 a.m. to hike, so it's not so hot. So we'll leave at 3 and get there at like 10 a.m. or something, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. I hope. I'm scared. What? Really? Or maybe like somebody would carry me or something. Maybe they'll send a mule for me. On the way back, we have one. So at least